According to what I hear, Tucker Carlson, the lying sack of filth with a primetime slot on Fox Noise, texted his corrupt liar workmates during the January 6th insurrection period to state that Donald Trump is a destroyer and a demonic force. To which I reply sarcastically, "Sure, Tucker, we got it. But then it usually takes one to know one, right?" And just now, I can honestly say I cannot think of a more malevolent demon than Carlson himself. This magnificent manifestation of masculinity. Right, more sarcasm, as I'm sure you can tell. But this right-wing gaslighter is now in the process of indoctrinating his uninformed and mostly moronic viewers regarding what really happened on January 6th. In other words, nothing to see here, folks. It was a peaceful tourist visit. Of course, his problem is that, as often happens to people with Neptune pressure in their chart, if they play to the downside of that planet, and this circus clown preppy is most definitely going as low as you can go through his relentless airing of malicious, anti-democratic lies, these Neptune types often tilt careless and stupid as well, so that in those early 2021 violent days, he took it upon himself to text this true thinking, and now it has come back to haunt him, as most sane people in America realize just how big a loser, liar, scoundrel he really is. Don't forget that, despite some claims to the contrary, of course by the nutters themselves and by those who are otherwise upright citizens, but suffer from crippling pessimism. Despite that, for the time being at least, the sane people do outnumber the insane ones. And this cannot be good for either Tucker or Fox Noise, even if it means we may have to wait a while for justice to be served. Tucker already ran into the buzzsaw of karma when transiting Saturn squared his Sun and Moon opposition to Neptune, timing that is accurately concurrent with the public outing of all the lies he and his lying workmates were spouting when it all became public during Dominion's $1.6 billion lawsuit and the consequent depositions when you have to speak the truth under penalty of perjury. And yet, Tucker the cackling clown continues to promote falsehoods in a naked attempt to keep the Trumpers interested in Fox, but also almost certainly guaranteeing we are going to have a very tense atmosphere during the 2024 election period. So Saturn dinged him, but now, in the early degrees of Pisces, isn't doing too much. So you might be tempted to think this sordid imbecile might be able to get away with his vile anti-democratic behaviors. However, perhaps you can think again, since his real problem may turn out to be Neptune itself through the transit it is making from now until 2026 through the late degrees of Pisces and into early Aries. On first glance, you might conclude that even if, yes, the transit opposition to Jupiter is a problem, there is, after all, a sextile to the Sun and eventually to the Moon, and these are harmonious, so he should be okay. But there's an astrology rule I've learned to respect through the teaching of long experience, and it tells me that if a planet is opposing at birth, and particularly in the context of this kind of blatant criminality, when it makes apparently harmonious aspects such as this, what it actually does is transfer the energy of the opposition instead, meaning it can mean a well-deserved retributory hammer blow, and so this is what he is exposed to from this summer until 2026. Of course, this karmic payback could still take a pretty long while because Jupiter transiting through Taurus until the summer of 2024 is likely to help him out. But after that, for a good solid 2 years, he will be exposed to Neptune's wrath. And may it be so indeed, because this corrupt, anti-democratic gaslighter would richly deserve it.